It's been a wild week for most stocks. Many sectors seeing big-time moves. The question now is, what sector, if any, do you want to own going into the end of the year? Let's ask our Trading Nation team. Stacey Gilbert is the head of derivative strategy at the aforementioned Susquehanna. David Seaburg is head of equity sales trading at Cowen Company. Stacey, I'll begin with you. You know the point. I mean, I can go through all the stats, like, 25% of the S&P rose 10% or more this week. Stocks gone wild. Is there anything left in the gas tank?
Yeah, no, and Brian, you're absolutely right. A lot of different parts were moving here. What were the parts that were really benefiting here? Really in the healthcare space. Broader products like the XLV and the subsector products here like IBB and XBI, which focus on biotech. Financials, obviously fan favorites this week as well, particularly on the regional levels, a product like KRE. And everybody was moving out of your yield plays as the 10-year was rising. So moving out of utilities, moving out of REITs. What still likely has potential, or more importantly, where do we see money continuing to move, and where are the options still somewhat bullish? And I would say that's still in the biotech sector. So products like XBI and IBB, we continue to see flow that I would label as more bullish, suggesting that there is more upside here, particularly since they've been underperformers year to date. Okay,
David Seaburg, biotech, do you agree with Stacey, or is there a different sector of the economy and the stock market that you see is still having a little pull going into the year?
You know, I'll tell you, look, I love biotech. Obviously, there's a massive sentiment shift here, but I think you need to get the long-only institution in here first to jump on board and really get back their feet back into this game and buy stocks. So that could take a little time. I think the regional banks are something to keep an eye on into the end of the year. I think there's probably more upside in the regional banks than in biotech and in the larger banks. So the KRE is something I'd take a look at. I know that our analyst here, David Seaburg, put out a great piece and talked about Dodd-Frank and the fact that people expected some radical changes to it. You're probably not going to get radical changes to it. However, the CFPB is probably going to have some sort of amendments that's going to be very favorable for regional banks. So regional banks through the KRE is absolutely something to take a look at. I know they've had a big run. I'm not suggesting run out now and buy it, but if there is any slight type pullback, I think there's a good opportunity here until into year end.
It's noted, as is your final point, David, because many of them are up 20% this week. They're trading like biotechs.
Yeah.
Stacey and David, thank you both very much. For more Trading Nation, head to our website, tradingnation.cnbc.com.
Profits are great, but deciding when to take profits can be very stressful. So to help take the emotion out of a trade, consider scaling out of a winning position. For example, one could sell half of their position for a profit and then use a stop order on the remaining shares.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.